tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
That was a close one. I thought I forgot my coffee. And there's no way I could have done this. I have a feeling I probably would have been okay. Good morning, everyone. So it takes people a little bit to kind of get here, the way that I have it set up now. So I'm going to show you my new toy. This will be kind of fun. My niece gave me a mag flashlight, right? But this thing's pretty cool. I don't know if it's going to do it with all this. So, yeah, nah, this is going to suck. It looks cool in here. Oh, I know what the problem is. I'm putting green on a green screen. That's never going to work. All right. Well, welcome to the show. Or today's daily reflection. Yeah. So, yeah. If you are here, please say hello. Let me know that you're here, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. If you like something I have to say, put a thumbs up. Or maybe a heart. Okay, one of those. You don't like what I have to say, utilize the frowny or angry face. And of course, I always accept comments. It's what we are here to do, is to learn. So let's get started today. So I haven't even seen what's in ODAT today. Let's find out. I didn't look. Kind of need to hurry up a little bit and get to this. So let's find out what it has to say today. Still, another common thread we invariably see among slippers is that many of them felt dissatisfaction with today. Now, I've noticed that ODAT is kind of going through the slipping phase here. Books tend to talk about things. They'll do a couple of them and then move on and things like that. It'd be easier for somebody like me if you like. Do we have to talk about relapse for 3 days in a row? I think that's a bit much, but who knows? I'm not God. So, still another common thread we invariably see among slippers is that many of them felt dissatisfaction with today. I forgot we live only one day at a time, or I began to anticipate the future, or I began to plan the results, not just plan. They seem to forget that all we have is now. And now it's gone. Life continued to get better for them, and as many of us do, they forget how bad it had been. It's one reason we go to meetings, guys. That's why we talk with other people, why we do things with other people, why it is a we program. We need to be reminded. See, my forgetter works great. It will forget about all the bad crap that ever happened to me around drinking. It'll do that stuff. What I tell people is that I have to tell the new brain cells here that we don't drink and drug, that we don't party. We don't do that here. They begin to think instead of how dissatisfying it was compared to what it could be. Do I compare today with yesterday, realizing by contrast what great benefits and blessing I have today? Right? Now, I got some blessings over the last week, right? Some great blessings. So many that I've had to start writing them down. And that's a great problem to have, I think. Okay? But today, are those blessings happening? No. Right? Can I still feel happy about them? Enjoy? Yes. But yesterday I was just ecstatic. Well, it's not yesterday anymore. Now it's Monday, and we have things to do. Okay. Yeah. Yes, I love feeling that way, but it can block me from getting done what I need to get done. Right? If I'm discouraged with today, may I remember the sorrows and hassles of yesterday. If I'm impatient for the future, let me appreciate today and how much better it is than the life I left behind. May I never forget the principle of one day at a time. Today I'll remember the craziness of yesterday belongs with yesterday. It doesn't say that last part. The craziness of yesterday. Yesterday wasn't crazy. In my past it was, but so how do you do that? Honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness. Steps 1, 2, and 3. 90 meetings in 90 days. 4 accountability buddies, good people. Not just one sponsor. No. I'm sorry, there's no way that would have worked for me. I can work over one person. 5 people I cannot. Nope. Got to have more than one person. Okay? People that give a fuck about you. That say, you know what? You don't seem like you're doing all that well. Do you think maybe you should go to a meeting? Not the person that says, yeah, you can go ahead and drink. You're not an alcoholic. No, not that person. Nope. In fact, by then, you should have gotten rid of those people. True brotherhood / sisterhood. We have not once sought to be in one. We have not once sought to be in a family, to be a friend among friends, to be a worker among workers, to be a useful member of society. Always we try to struggle to the top of the heap or to hide underneath it. This self-centered behavior blocked our relationship with any one of those about us. Of true brotherhood, we had small comprehension. 12 by 12, page 53. The isms is starting today. We're going to be starting today on Mondays. We're going to be covering this book starting today. But we're going to be starting on page 1. So page 54 is not even a paragraph. So let's go back a little bit. But it is from and this is step 4, page 53. But it's from our twisted relations with family, friends, and society at large that many of us have suffered the most. We have been especially stupid and stubborn about them. The primary fact that we will fail to recognize is our total inability to form a true partnership with another human being. Okay? So instead of coming into agreement with our relationships, we fight them. We go against the grain. I don't know about you guys, but I always went against the grain. Always. Why do you think I don't like U2? Because everybody else loves them. Fuck U2. I don't mean that. They're actually pretty good. Okay. But what did I do to myself? Well, those yuppies over there, they like that U2 crap. Actually, I never really did mind U2. It's just my brain going against the grain, fighting shit that doesn't need to happen to make me feel better. No more. We don't do that shit here anymore, guys. It's kind of cool because it looks like a. So Edmund knows you get a little. Wait, excuse me there. Yeah, stay where you're at. I'll kind of give you. All right. Our egomania digs into disastrous pitfalls. Either we insist upon dominating the people we know, or we depend on them far too much. How about finding something in between there? With some love and some respect, maybe throw in a dash of serenity, some hope. If we lean too heavily on people, they sooner or later fail us, for they are human too, and cannot possibly meet our incessant demands. That's the trick. You're never going to be able to meet all my demands. Therefore, I will get what I want. That's the trick. When we in this way, our insecurity grows and festers. When we habitually try to manipulate others to our own willful desires, they revolt and resist us heavily. Then we develop hurt feelings, a sense of persecution, and a desire to retaliate. As we redouble our efforts at control and continue to fail, our suffering becomes acute and constant. We have sought We have not once sought to be one with the family, to be friend among friends, to be worker among workers, to be a useful member of society. Always we tried to struggle to the top of the heap or to hide underneath it. The self-centered behavior blocked by the partner's relationship with any one of those about us. Of true brotherhood, we had small comprehension. Okay? And what they're saying is, you don't get it. We had little comprehension. You're naive about it. Okay? You haven't been educated on it. I don't care how you put it, you don't know. And you don't know because you haven't experienced it. And you haven't experienced it because you haven't done a 4-step. So you got to get to the 4th step. Okay? Because until you come into agreement with certain things, you're not going to be able to have a successful relationship with other people, because it's going to be me, I, and never once are you really going to give out of any kind of love. Let's show me that. Okay. Some will object to many of the questions posed because they think their own character defects have not been so glaring. To these, it can be suggested that conscious examination is likely to reveal the very defects the questionable questions are concerned with, because our surface record hasn't looked too bad. We have frequently been abashed to find that this is so simply because we have buried these self-same defects deep down under the thick layers of self-justification. Whatever the defects, they have finally ambushed us into alcoholism and misery. Therefore, thoroughness ought to be the watchword when taking an inventory. In this connection, it is wise to write out our answers and questions. It will be an aid to clear thinking and honest appraisal. It will be the first tangible evidence of our complete willingness to move forward. Why is that? Because the 4th step is the first step that requires any action. You haven't done shit yet, except become willing and do that and kind of run this and tell people your problems. Now it's time to get to work. See, when I was done with my 3rd step and we were getting ready to move on to my 4th step, my sponsor said, Dion, a few months ago, I said I was going to ask you a question. And here it is. Are you now willing to go to any length for this? Pretty simple question. My answer was yes. Yes, I was. And I still am. I'm still willing. That feeling has not changed. The thing is every day is a new day to learn, to grow, to be a better person than I was the day before. Okay. Is that going to happen? I don't know. I haven't been through this day yet. I wouldn't be able to tell you that. And it wouldn't be very fair for me to compare this day to another day, would it? Just like I don't compare myself to other people or what it is that I do to other people. That's not fair to myself either. Why? Because I'm not that person. All right. See what Daily Reflections has to say on it, and let's wrap up. This message contained in step 4 was the first one I heard loud and clear. I hadn't seen myself in print before. Prior to coming into AA, I knew of no place that could teach me how to become a person among persons. From my very first meeting, I saw people doing just that, and I wanted what they had. One of the reasons that I'm a happy, sober alcoholic today is that I'm learning this most important lesson. Yes, me. What makes me tick? And if you're working on your 4th step, this is my 4th step. I got a lot of writing in it. I think it goes to still going. Goes to about there. Not bad for a 4th step. All right. 15, 20 minutes a day. Right? You work on your 4th step. Right? I'm working on my 4th step. Look at me. It's been 20 minutes. Time to end. Then we close it. We shut it and we put it away. Okay? That's one of the tricks. Okay? And it's us learning how to let go. Oh, wait, I got to add to. No, you're done for the day. No, yeah, put it on tomorrow. Right? And you're going to need to do that to yourself. Don't go back. don't do it. Okay? Okay? You need to let it go. It's in God. The thing is, once I write it down and close the book, it's in God's hands now. It's no longer in my hands. So that's why I can let it go. All right. I will be back tomorrow for daily reflections. Thank you guys so much. Guys, daily reflections. Sound like I've been drinking. Peace out and have a day. Love you guys. Thanks for being here. Good to see you, Mr. Livingston. Have a great day, brother. Bye, guys.